Good morning. My name is Javier Garcia, and I am Director of Worldwide Distribution for Zara, which is a global fast fashion retailer based in Spain. First of all, sorry for my English. Let me introduce our team. On one hand, we have our members of the academia, Jeremy Gallian from MIT, and Felipe Caro from UCLA. And we also have Juan Correa and José Antonio Ramos, who were part of the Zara team. Yeah, I would also like to mention some other members that are not here today, such as Marcos Montes, the distribution department, and Miguel Diaz, who is Chief Financial Officer and number 2 of Zara. Today, my team is going to explain how we use operation research to redesign Zara's global distribution process and discuss the impact on this project. We first want to give you a sense on the context for our work, and so we'll start with the following background video.
Zara is a unique global brand within the apparel retail industry. From a customer standpoint, it relies on 3 main components: an offering of highly fashionable and desirable clothes, affordable prices, and an appealing store experience, achieved through great attention to store layout and architecture and a choice of prestigious locations. Zara's retail concept has been very successful by many measures and has experienced a prolonged period of highly sustained growth since its inception in the 70s. In 2008, Zara had 1,530 stores in 72 countries, $13,770 million in annual revenue, and its parent company, the Inditex Group, was highly profitable, with an estimated gross margin of 56.8%. At the heart of this success is Zara's unique ability within the industry to modify twice a week the assortment of products it offers in stores in order to sustain its appeal to customers and always follow the latest fashion trends. As a result, many customers visit Zara stores several times per month. This is made possible by a vertically integrated industrial organization and a unique business model involving a continuous cycle of design, planning, production and distribution which operates multiple times throughout each selling season, instead of only once before the season, as in most of the retail industry. The creative source for this process is the team of designers that Zara employs in La Coruña in Spain. This team has developed a collective ability to sense and predict the evolution of market trends by paying attention to what people are wearing in the streets, observing magazines, social environments, and most importantly, through extensive continuous communications with the stores. This constitutes the first critical link in Zara's core business model. The design team also relies on rapid prototyping and advanced integration with suppliers in order to plan and communicate production requirements. This is the second critical link of Zara's core business model. The production of garments is performed by suppliers who have been carefully selected for their ability to tightly integrate with Zara. Because for Zara, responsiveness is more important than obtaining the absolute lowest labor costs, many of these suppliers are located in Europe and Northern Africa. All completed garments are then shipped by suppliers to 2 global Zara warehouses located in Spain. This is the third critical link in Zara's continuous business cycle. Finally, the last link of Zara's continuous business cycle is the distribution of inventory to stores. Zara's merchandise is shipped from the 2 global warehouses directly to every single Zara store in the world twice a week, either by ground or by air. This last distribution step is particularly critical from a revenue standpoint, because these shipments constitute the bloodstream of Zara's merchandise to its unique sales channel. This requires the specification, with only a couple of hours every week, of individual shipment quantities for up to 8 sizes of several thousand articles to more than 1,500 stores.
Okay, my job at Zara is to oversee the whole distribution of inventory to a store worldwide. In a few words, my main goal is to allocate the limited inventory between a store to maximize sales before the clearance period. Until 2006, all of our shipments were decided according to a manual process, which did not send enough inventory to some stores and some too much to others. The latter had to be marked down. In this process, a store manager requests shipments twice a week for every article, based on their inventory and recent sales. The shipment requests from all stores were received by the warehouse distribution team. This team then manually decided the actual shipment of each size of each article of each store for the oncoming week based on this request. In many cases, the request exceeded the available inventory and the team had to make rationing decisions. This process had two main problems. The first is that the store managers look to optimize sales for their individual store only and not for the whole network. As you can see in the slide, store managers would order too much in anticipation of the future rationing decision. In summary, the shipment requests from all stores are not globally optimal for Zara. The second problem is that warehouse distribution team had to make more than 250,000 decisions per person in a very limited time. This means that every employee only has about 1.3 seconds to make and manually enter his individual shipment decision. Additionally, the system employees have no formal guidelines for their allocation decisions. You can imagine that this process was not homogeneous and not scalable with our continued growth. We used OR to design a new process that continues to use human expertise, but relies on advanced decision, analysis, and computational tools. The first key change in the process is that we compute and demand forecasts for the articles in the stores. These forecasting models as hard data to the local knowledge on the store managers. The second critical change is that we now use an optimization model to compute the shipment to every individual store, so as to maximize Zara total expected revenue across the whole store network. In the end, the new process provides a global, homogeneous, and scalable solution to distribution team. I will leave the stage to Jeremy Gallian from MIT, who will provide a more technical description of the model. Don't worry, the model is better than my English.